Koihime Enbu is a really fun anime-styled fighting game. Where it's normal nowadays to see a lot of 3D fighting games on the market like Street Fighter, this one does something a little bit different. See, the character models are not actually 3D sprites, they're 2D assets created in 3D renderings, which makes the game run a lot faster if you don't have a 3D graphics card. This is a big perk for anybody out there that may not have the most powerful computer on the planet, but want to get the high frame rate that you really need when you're playing a really good fighter like this one. Koihime Enbu has multiple modes of play, like arcade mode and versus mode, but the mode I seem to enjoy the most was the scenario mode. In this mode, you choose one of 13 fighters, which happens to be comprised of an all-female cast. Each character has their own unique story that progresses as you move along, but what's really cool about this story mode is that every single character is completely voiced over by a Japanese cast. Each of the 13 characters has a completely unique design and animation set. The game can work with a keyboard or a joystick, but if you're a hardcore arcade fan, you might want to stick with a joystick on this one. The gameplay is really fast and quick, and there's a bunch of instances where you can do recoveries, which I just feel works a lot better with a joystick in hand. One of the unique features of this game isn't really in the characters you can select, but it's with the masters. Each of the 13 characters you can pick can also choose an additional master, and that master is a secondary character who doesn't really show up on the field unless you activate them with your tactics bar. As you fill up your tactics bar, the more complex and interesting special attacks are available for you to perform. And if the tactics bar is completely filled up, you can perform one of the final attack moves that just looks amazing. But those final attacks are very tricky to pull off, so I personally recommend visiting the training mode. In the training mode, you have tons of different options and settings you can select to allow you to learn the best and most complex attacks in the game. When pausing training mode, you can select completely different configuration options, but if you choose the challenge options, you can actually select different challenges to complete in the training mode that kind of give you a better access and understanding of how to complete complex combos. So if you want to be a serious player and keep your opponent in the air completely without any chance for them to defend themselves, this is the best way to learn those tactics. Koihime Enbu is a really fun fighting game with tons of amazing visuals and some really fast and slick gameplay. If you're into fighting games and you want to try one with an all-female cast, look no further.